Of all earthly things, what can be used to measure time? Tides come and recede. Who is able to keep hold of this beautiful moment? There is a type of rock in Penghu that keeps the rhythm of the sea and records the tracks of the wind. Stories of the times murmur amidst the rocks. They are solemnly cool, but they were once burning bodies of hot lava. They are silent, but they are telling stories of the ancient times. In the hermit archipelago of Penghu, listen carefully, and you will hear the heartbeat of the earth. Penghu lies right in the middle of the Taiwan Strait, composed of nearly 100 large and small islands. How beautiful is Penghu? Beneath the wings of the terns, the islands are like a string of pearls spread out on the ocean. This group of islets commands an area of 127 square kilometers with a striking abundance of marine resources. The Penghu Islands are mostly lowlands with the highest point 70 meters above sea level and a topography that slants from south to north. From a bird's eye view, each isle of the group is like a square box. The flat tops are framed by steep cliffs, which makes the islands look like hills of a square shape. Therefore, they are called mesas. Each islet has its unique style. This is nature's most brilliant gift to Penghu. The unique coastlines with high cliff outline the highly varied and dazzling geological features of the Penghu archipelago. I find that each basalt rock of Penghu is unique in its own way. From the boiling hot lava to today's protruding basalt rocks. How did this special landscape take shape? Approximately 8 to 17 million years ago, lava rose from the heart of the earth and surged to the Earth's surface through cracks in shallow seas and lands. Unlike volcanic explosions, lava seeps through slowly, and when the surface of lava cools down, it contracts towards the center, and tension forms on the surface. This tension shapes the rock mass into cylinder-shaped fissures that gradually cool down and crack the surface into pentagonal or hexagonal nodes. Lava that flows farther to the vertical cliffs drips downwards to form pillar-shaped structures. This is how the lofty pillar basalt was formed. The curved formations on Baisha Islet were the portion near the lava source, which cooled and contracted to form a curved pillar shape. Lava flowing to the end was affected by the original geological features, and radial pillar patterns or slanting pillar patterns, like that of the Chime lion, were formed. The lotus seat on Tongpan Islet is the mouth of a lava source. The northeast wind in the winter is yet another manifestation of the power of nature. Since Penghu is not shielded by any high hills, the northeast seasonal wind hits Penghu directly in wintertime. Yet, residents of Penghu are not the only ones that are affected by the wind. the rocks standing on the isles are inevitably eroded by the strong wind. Powerful and long-term erosion gives the basalt a whole new look. These ball-shaped rocks are the result of long-term weathering. Weathering pulls the surface of the basalt rocks loose and peels it off like the scales of onions. And finally, the rocks are shaped into balls. The power of the wind is amazing. Across the Penghu archipelago, the largest scale of ball-shaped basalt is on Tongpan and Hujin Islets. Huai'an in Xiyu, Xiaomenyu, and Ma'an Shanyu of Wang'an also have large-scale weathered basalt landscapes. Who played pranks on these basalt rocks? Where did the beehives come from? Weathered to different degrees and eroded by streams, waves, sunshine, and organisms, honeycomb-shaped holes begin to form on the surface of the basalt rocks, so they are called beehive rocks or Maogong stones. The wild northerly wind is also an artist who favors the canvas of basalt rocks. After weathering, the stratum of ferric oxide patterns is formed on the surface or nodes of the basalt rocks. Such beautiful patterns are like the most beautiful body paintings on the skin of the basalt rocks, worthy of our admiration. Day after day, year after year, the waves are always lapping and pounding the shore. They are, for certain, one of the major forces that shape the landscape of Penghu. The islands of Penghu are constantly eroded by waves, tides, and currents, which in the long run create these unique terrains. This is the Whale Cave. It was originally a cave extending into the ocean. After years of washing by the waves, the core of the rock has been hollowed into a majestic arch. Rocks with their base near the high tide line are often eroded into sunken shapes. Such rock formations are called sea-eroded caves. The waves ceaselessly erode the Penghu Islands, which in turn sculptures their topography as well as create them. Moved and shaped by the waves,